What is going on, everybody? Todd here, once again, joined by the dragon, DorkyRae,
Ew.
and actual clouds themselves, Thrabalen, of Thrabalen Gaming.
Everyone. If only y'all could see my costume, but sadly no.
Oh, this is going to be awkward doing this podcast with this mask on. It really will be.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I'm sorry.
It is completely your fault, Ray.
Yes,
It is
yes.
completely your fault.
Sorry, not sorry.
100% your fault.
For the listeners, we literally got into the video chat like 10 minutes ago, and I was wearing this, and Todd was like, "Oh, this is what we're doing now." I'm not taking it off.
Yeah, well,
No matter how difficult it makes my tea.
I want to see you try to stick that cup to your face now.
It's full of really hot tea, so
That's the point.
I'm not doing that yet.
Oh. But anyway, yeah, so we took off last week because of mental health reasons on my behalf.
And also physical exhaustion on mine.
I mean, we would have...
It was kind of nice to sleep for a change.
Yeah, because before like we knew your definitive answer, I was already having to change my availability as well. Because
Fair.
if you scroll up, you will see I say, well, if it'll let me scroll up.
No, Spotify, I don't want you to play similar songs. Jesus Christ. Fuck
Discord, let me scroll up.
you. No, Discord's like, fuck you. You don't have nice things. You don't get nice things.
No. Yeah, because I learned that I was gonna have to work both jobs, because that was when my manager.
That's right. That's right. And meanwhile, I was just like, "Yeah, guys, I should be good." And then it's just like, "Oh, you think you're going to be good? Bam, depression." And I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, and then I got the text that my manager was still ill, and so I was gonna have to work both the manual labor job and the store job again. And so it was like, I can't do that without sleep.
Yeah. And then what is it? I know in my case, Wednesday was like the same story with like the depression thing, and then Thursday me and Maury recorded open bar for content creators with Marco Flores, Mr. Nerd in the Bay himself. That is available on YouTube. As well as places where fine podcasts are heard. So there's that. We did about...
Could have sworn you said find podcasts. Not
fine. You can find fine podcasts on like iTunes and Radio Public and such like that. I mean, pretty much the same places you can find us. So, which... Radio
the way you word that makes it sound like we're not a fine podcast. I'm just saying.
I mean,
look over to your side, Todd. I mean, obviously,
we are, listen. We are on those same services, so you can find fine podcasts on those services, pod errors included. So there is that. We're recording this on the 30th. This will be up on Halloween. Spooky, scary. Ooh.
That was actually my
skeletons.
That was my alarm for my nap.
Really?
Was spooky, scary skeletons. Yeah. That's actually been my alarm all since October 1 clicked over. My alarm has been spooky, scary skeletons.
Nice.
My text alert has been da-da-da-da. And my phone is usually on mute, but my phone call...
So you're telling me your ringtone is deathly silent?
My ringtone is deathly silent, but I have it set
silent
to
is the grave.
So when I actually have my ringtones on, let me see.
Just quiet. Quiet.
Let me see. How do I saved? Oh, it's the Nightmare Before Christmas song.
Oh, fair. I'm so tired of hearing that song, by the way. I fucking tired of it.
I don't doubt it. I mean, I work in retail, but I get to choose what Alexa plays when I work, so...
Alexa, play Skyrim.
No, I usually pick Imagine Dragons radio on Pandora.
I'm gonna eat all the cheese. Just all of it. No, we have a store radio, and it plays just like...
cheese. Not with me in the call.
But yeah, we have the store radio, and it cycles basically the same songs every 5 hours. So
I remember those days.
Yeah, and then then the other job, the main job, so to speak. I was in there Sunday because Sunday they have me do shipment early, which is really cool. What are you doing, Ray?
I'm sorry.
What were you reaching for?
An avalanche.
That's what it sounded like. Look at that. You were reaching for some of that fine, small batch, delicious, gourmet Gary Poppins popcorn, which you guys can use the link in the description to save yourself a little money on it on your first purchase. How is it? It's delicious, isn't it?
It's really good. This is actually the second bag that I've opened since receiving it.
Yeah.
And also, don't make the mistake of putting the bag right underneath your microphone when you're recording a podcast.
Right. Thank you for the subtlest product placement we've had here on the podcast.
Yeah.
For the what? I'm sorry?
The subtlest product placement we've had here on the podcast.
So subtle. Stuck it right underneath my microphone and reached into it without thinking. It was an open spot on the desk within hand distance. I didn't think about the fact that my microphone is placed right above it.
I think
you can't see the tears in my eyes right now.
I think maybe I need a little bit more liquid for my vape. This is some delicious Vape Vigilante, which is available at Valiant Vape, and there is a link in the description to get it. They run a really cool promo with this specific line. You can buy a single bottle for like $8, or you can get 2 bottles for $11.50, which is actually really good. It's a 100ml bottle. I'm currently enjoying the Blue Raz Fruit Mix, which, if you have had any of the Savage Enterprises or Savage e-liquid before, and have had Underwood, it is very similar to Underwood. It's just not as punchy with the razzmatazz. So
I will say that was definitely unintentional. It really was. I was meaning to bring it up eventually, but it...
Yeah, well...
No, you picked the perfect, understated way to do it.
Yeah, you absolutely did. I mean... So, Balen, where'd you get that top from? I'm joking. That's a nice shirt you're wearing. Yes, I got it from Violet Vixen.
Sure, let's say that.
I'm gonna choke on popcorn now.
No, but
it's gonna join the ranks of the cheese.
No, so I mean, while we're kind of inadvertently getting involved in the sponsor break, if you're looking, Halloween is almost done. By the time you hear this, it is Halloween. It'll be Halloween. But after
it's Christmas carols.
Oh, fuck that.
I know.
Someone please explain caroling to me.
Christmas carols and songs from Frozen.
Is the purpose not to make someone's ears bleed?
But if you guys do enjoy more of a quote unquote Halloween style, or steampunk or burlesque, You can go and visit the Violet Vixen. There's a link in the description, and they'll set you up with some really cool clothing and household goods at really affordable prices. We're talking like crazy prices on spiral bound, steel boned corsets, people. Like affordable as fuck. We're talking like $80 for a corset that you could probably pay easily $200 for. Yeah.
Yep.
The dragon agrees.
The dragon definitely agrees.
Yeah, because I mean the audio listeners totally heard you shake your head.
Yeah, I kind of forget that that's a thing.
Yeah, right?
They're also missing out on how many times I stick my nose into my tea.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It really is. What else? What else? Another vape sponsor. They have a large selection of different companies that they sell for, and as well as hardware. You can get hardware from Valiant Vapes, but you can also get hardware and other liquids such as Jam Monster and Pound It, Crack Pie, Raging Donut. You can get those over at Breezy. Breezy is terrific. I've used them in the past. Quick shipping and great products. Really, seriously great products. Do you like getting boxes of mystery shit?
I'm a sucker for grab bags. I will be honest about that right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then Loot Crate is for you. Loot Crate is an amazing service. It allows you to purchase a box based on fandom, and they will send you a bunch of stuff that is themed for that month or, that box. Because some boxes are every month, some are every 2 months. Mm-hmm. As I said, different fandoms. So, like, if you're into horror, there's a Fright box. There's a wrestling box. There's the Sanrio box, the Firefly box. The standard gaming box and standard Loot Crate. There's also the upgraded DX versions where you get even more premium shit. So, Loot Crate's probably not too happy that I keep saying shit when I'm talking about the stuff that they send. No, it really is quality stuff, though. I've some of the things that I've gotten, like I've gotten T-shirts from them, which is always cool. Mm-hmm. I love a good T-shirt. One box had a Leatherface plush doll, because I mean it's Halloween, so I might as well get into that. Mm-hmm. A Camp Crystal Lake pendant, like not like a necklace pendant, but like one you would get at a baseball game, which was really cool.
Oh wow,
yeah.
Pennant, yeah.
A pennant, yeah.
Yeah.
Drop
people
the D.
Didn't see how you were holding your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a pennant, yeah.
Yes.
A pair of Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street chopsticks. Like, I didn't know I needed them, but I do. And they're great. They really are. Loot Crate is amazing, and at some point I do plan on picking up a couple more of their boxes. So to do unboxing and reboxing videos. Because that was like my last thing from Loot Crate. I did an unboxing and a reboxing of that box. So
nice.
Yeah, 2 videos.
One of the favorite things I ever got from Loot Crate was a Yondu Tiki Cup.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
It's gorgeous, yeah.
Well, what about the Doctor Strange robe?
Actually, I don't get much use out of that because I don't wear robes. So
fair.
It still looks nice.
It's a cool item. It really is.
Oh, it is. Oh, undoubtedly so.
Yeah.
I do the loot wear. And I actually, I think it was last year's Halloween time, was a Ghostbusters windbreaker jacket.
Nice.
And I have never been a big Ghostbusters fan. And I'm real bad about, so like if with the loot wear, you're not like subscribing to a particular fandom.
Well, I mean,
it's
even
just,
with the regular loot, even with the regular loot crate, like the regular loot crate and the gaming crate, unless you go with the specific, like, I want the Sanrio crate or I want the Firefly crate, you're gonna get stuff like they're gonna throw out a theme and they'll be like, okay, these are the fandoms that are included in that theme this month. So
yeah, so if you're not into it, you can do
you can put
like
your
you can
account
skip
on
a
hold.
month. Yeah, which, and I've never been like able to do it. Like sometimes it's weird because like I'll think that I'm skipping a month and then I'll still get that thing and it turns out that I skipped the next month or something like that, and then half the time that's something that I actually it's kind of moderately frustrating sometimes. Yeah. But I think that's like my timing more than anything.
Yeah,
no,
most likely you suspended just after they shipped.
Yeah, or just after they cut off on the
yeah.
So
I get confused, which is a thing. But anyway, so I got the Ghostbusters Windbreaker, and it's been sitting in my box of clothes. You know how you put clothes away at winter. You put your summer clothes away, and then in summer you put your winter clothes away. It's been sitting in that box, regardless of season. But,
or if you live in certain places, you just wear the same shit all year round.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
I mean, I wear shorts most of the year, so.
Yeah.
I live in the central...
You live in the frost belt, yeah.
Yeah. I live in the northern central weird... I live in Illinois. I mean, no. Our weather changes. Our weather is bipolar. And anyway, so one of my friends actually has a son who is obsessed with Ghostbusters. So I took a picture of the Windbreaker because I rediscovered it because I had forgotten that I had it. So I took a picture of the Windbreaker and I was like, hey, do you want to be literally the coolest mother ever? And so gave her the Windbreaker, and the first time that she put it on and went out, he's 7, and super in love with everything Ghostbusters, especially the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. But she goes out and shows him the Windbreaker, and he's like, "Mom, that's so cool!"
Nice.
And yeah, and he loves it every time that she wears it. So even if you don't end up liking the thing and you still get it, you can give it to friends and they can be cool.
Nice. Very cool. I know one
thing... That was a really long-winded way of saying that. But.
Yeah. I know there's one thing that I wouldn't be giving... Like, no matter how cool I would be for doing so. Sideshow Collectibles. If I got something from Sideshow Collectibles, I'm keeping that for me.
Well,
I'm not giving that shit away. I'm just saying. Like they have some.
Again,
they have
calling
some,
it shit. Just saying.
Fair. No, because right now.
It up first.
Fair. Like I'm looking at some of this stuff, and I just shared a link with you guys. This is now available for pre-order. A 6th scale figure of Doctor Strange, which I thought they were using like a picture, like they put up a picture of Benedict Cumberbatch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, well, it's about time.
But yeah, I mean, it's a 6th scale, so...
My deadpan looks are not as effective.
No, they're not at all.
No.
I can tell you were doing it, but that's as close as it got.
It comes. It's a newly painted head sculpt with an authentic and detailed likeness of Benedict Cumberbatch as Dr. Stephen Strange in Avengers: Infinity War. Movie accurate facial expression with detailed wrinkles and skin texture. Black colored short hair sculpture. Newly developed body with over 30 points of articulation. 13 pieces of interchangeable hands, including 1 pair of fists, 1 pair of hands with mystical artifacts, mystic artifacts, 1 pair of clinching hands, 2 pairs of mystic power using hands, 1 pair of open hands, and 1 finger pointing right hand. Because that's the one I want, is just him pointing.
Yeah.
And I mean, they said it has over 30 points of articulation, so I know I would put him in the Donald Sutherland pose with the pointing hand. That's what I would do. It does have a payment plan for, you can do 4 payments of $60 on it. There's a $27 deposit, though. And payments start on it, deposit right away. But after that, payments start April 15th of 2019. Or actually, April of 2015. So you can choose either the 5th, 10th, 15th, 20th, or 25th of the month for that payment, which is really cool. But yeah,
did you say 2015?
2019.
Okay.
I said 25th of the month.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because I heard that too, but yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
I just got very confused. I was just like, Doctor Strange sent us back in time. Awesome.
I mean, Time Stone, whatevs.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, it's really, really cool. Like, as much as I want the Baby Groot from Sideshow Collectibles, this would also be on my shelf.
Yeah.
Because I mean, yeah, it's made by Hot Toys, and yeah, it's an action figure, but this is like a showpiece action figure that you would put up. I mean,
yeah,
it is terrific. And I mean, they got Deadpool stuff too, like if you're into that, or Spider-Man. Ooh, they have a Deadpool pre-order as well.
Oh.
Also by Hot Toys.
Well, you can see maximum effort went into that one.
Yes, it did. So this is expected. What is it? It is expected like next month. So payments would start in November on that. So you could do either two payments of $113 with a $25 non-refundable deposit, or 3 payments of $75.33. So
those stiletto heels, though.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, authentic and detailed likeness of Deadpool in Deadpool 2, the movie. Deadpool head with 5 interchangeable eyepieces to create various combinations of Deadpool expressions. Over 30 parts, body with over 30 points of articulation. 12 pieces of interchangeable gloved hands, including fists, 1 pair of fists, 1 pair of relaxed hands, 1 pair of katana holding hands, 1 pair of gun holding hands, 1 pair of finger pointing hands, 1 thumbs up right hand, and 1 OK sign left hand. Also, it costume wise, it comes with, you know, the specially tailored red and black colored leather like Deadpool suit. 1 black and yellow colored X-Men trainee jersey. 1 brown colored leather like belt with metallic red buckle. 1 pair of thigh gun holsters. 1 dagger sheath on shin. 1 pair of metallic red and black colored boots. And 1 pair of interchangeable black colored high heels. So, comes with 1 dagger, 2 katanas, 2 pistols, and 2 shurikens. Also, comes with one pair of sheaths, katana sheaths, one wearable neck device, and one unicorn doll.
They include the heels, but not the wig?
I mean, no, they didn't include the wig.
I'm disappointed.
And those katanas are metal, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they're little metal katanas. So if you really wanted to, you can use them as letter openers if you're that kind of asshole.
Or you could always, use them to, display, food items for cocktails if you want to ruin your thing. So
yeah, that is fair. But I mean, that is actually really cool. I think that's pretty awesome. And you can get that.
I'm bothered by their shuriken.
Why?
They don't look like shuriken.
Ooh, I just got a pop-up from them.
Oh?
Iron Man Mark V diecast 6-scale figure giveaway.
Ooh, I like that last word.
Giveaway means free.
Yes, it does.
So yeah, if you go to sideshow-toys.com/iron-man-v-diecast-figure-giveaway.
No, that's the winner.
Oh,
congratulations to our
bullshit.
Iron Man giveaway winner.
Yeah.
Why did you pop up saying enter this contest, you bastard?
So
it ended on the 22nd.
Forget everything that was just said.
S. Brunskill pending from Australia. Congratulations on winning that.
On the 22nd.
On the 22nd. Son of a bitch.
And that brings us back to our discussion about Deadpool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it kind of does. So, what do you guys think of the PG 13 cut?
I think it's an interesting gimmick, and I basically think it's actually their response to how DC essentially said, well, we're going to make all our movies we're going to make them harder than before. And Deadpool's going, yeah, we'll go backward a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is... First off, this is basically Fox's last bite of the apple with Marvel. Yeah. Anyway. So they want to get as much money as they can out of it.
Yep.
And considering Deadpool was like the franchise for them. So
okay, I'm just gonna say I agree with Ray. Those are not shuriken, those are throwing knives.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing blades, I should say. They're not even knives.
Yep. They're not like shuriken.
Why?
And by the way, when they say neck device, they mean power dampener, for those of you who didn't pick up on that.
Yeah. I mean, there's multiple different types of shuriken.
Most of the time, they're designed to be aerodynamic and to be able to cut from any angle because they're pretty much designed to be thrown to discourage pursuit. So essentially...
shuriken literally translates from Japanese to hidden hand blade. It is a concealed weapon that is used as a hidden dagger to distract or misdirect. So that's what that is. Though in the West, where we are, it is commonly associated with what is known as the Chinese star, or throwing star, or ninja star. So, but there are multiple different variations of the shuriken.
I mean, I've seen some that are basically just sharpened discs, which would be hideously effective too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
You mean like this?
Yeah, I just found that too.
Yep.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy about that bottom right one, though.
No, neither am I. Neither am I.
Damn.
Neither am I, but whatevs. I mean...
It's from a museum, so that could be from before...
Well, it's also the way it's facing. It's...
Yeah.
In some cultures, before it was adopted, it meant one thing.
And to be perfectly honest, it's not angled. It would have to be angled at a 45-degree angle to, But at the same time, in flight, eventually it would be.
Yeah, well.
I mean, also, when not angled, it's supposed to mean good fortune and healthy life, and that does not mean that at all.
Well, for the person throwing it, it is. But yeah, I mean, Deadpool's getting this Christmas release of a PG-13 version. Apparently, during the summer, they spent 6 weeks recording new additional material for this version of the film.
Again, Deadpool gives maximum effort.
And apparently, spoilers, Fred Savage is in it. Confused Ray is confused.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen a little movie called The Princess Bride?
Oh, yes.
He played the little boy.
Oh!
And Peter Falk was playing the grandfather. Well, in Deadpool 2's Christmas release, the role of Peter Falk will be played by Deadpool. And Fred Savage will be playing himself. So...
Oh, that's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, so it'll basically be a Deadpool version of The Princess Bride, which I think will be terrific in that sense. It's also a way... So, yes, it's Fox kind of trying to get that last little bit of Deadpool money. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also testing to see how well a PG-13 version of Deadpool would sell. Because who's to say that if this works, near the beginning of the year, they release the R-rated cut for the adults, and then near the holidays, they release a PG-13 cut for the family.
The problem is the adults are still going to take the kids to the R-rated version because they tend to be idiots when it comes to the movies about superheroes.
Yeah, well, that's fair. That is fair.
But you can't accuse them of not trying at that point.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I would give maximum effort.
Yep.
And, I mean, if you guys are playing a drinking game, maximum effort's the code phrase for finish your drink. So.
So you're all dead of alcohol poisoning now.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You guys are really giving maximum effort with this drinking game, and you're going to have maximum effort getting your stomach pumped. So.
I out of bed in the morning.
Hope you don't have work tomorrow.
Yep.
For the rest of the week.
Sorry, I can't come into work tomorrow. What's wrong? I'm dead.
Yeah. My liver vacated. It seceded.
My liver noped out. It took the nope train and...
It left me a very angry letter and a summons.
I have somebody knocking on my door. Let me see what this is about. My liver just subpoenaed me. What the fuck is this? Oh, man. Oh, God. I feel bad. I feel bad for anybody that would do a drinking game to any of these podcasts because...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At least I've gotten better about doing mic bumps. Ray's taken over that responsibility now.
Popcorn bumps.
Yeah, I mean, I moved it over here.
But yeah, I mean, so the Deadpool release I think is interesting.
Yes.
I'm very interested into seeing what they do with this version of Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, though, I mean, it's been kind of a quiet week on a lot of Marvel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Except I found out from a coworker today who was kind enough to see me walking to the Halloween store and was just like, hey, want me to give you a ride to work? And I'm like, yes, that'd be delightful. Thank you very much. Apparently we got some new pops in for the LA convention exclusive stuff over at Hot Topic. Yes.
You have my attention with pops.
Yes. So we like one of the LA exclusive ones that Hot Topic has is Dr. Ghost Rider Strange.
Interesting.
Okay.
Let me pull up a picture of this pop.
Yes, please. Because I'm picturing a couple of ways they could have gone with this.
But yeah, so it is an exclusive to the to like the Los Angeles comic book convention thing, but it's also for
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
Even if the actual picture of it standing there makes it look like it's from Dragon Ball Z.
So here's the other one we got. It's a Colossus pop. And Colossus is all chromed. As he should be.
Yes, absolutely. I love that they didn't chrome the whole figure.
Yeah.
Just the skin.
Yep.
I've seen a lot of those chrome things. It's like, okay, so you dipped it in chrome, nice. And now you really can't tell from any other pop that's chrome.
Yeah.
No, but this one you can. My only complaint, I would like to have seen it in the old, like, just trunks and boots, like, effect, or even going back further, the whole big, like, wide-shouldered, yellow V down the red top effect. Those are my two favorite costumes, but this is a good one, too.
Also, apparently, if you, actually, I'll just copy this image and, insert Ray squeeing.
There's a pidge! I need the pidge!
This is like the one week that mask is a bad idea.
Yeah.
I need them all. But I really need
So, the Amazon exclusive
There's my excited face.
The Amazon exclusive is a metallic Voltron. You can get a regular looking Voltron one as well. And then you have like the Voltron 5, so to speak.
Yes.
Hot Topic has a exclusive variant of the one with the white tuft of hair. I don't watch Voltron, so I have no idea who the hell that is.
That would be Shiro.
Okay.
That'd be Shiro.
This is why Ray's here.
Yes.
Okay, so
you're welcome.
Yeah.
So yeah, for She-Hulk, I'd be piping in.
Yeah, so there's an Allura pop, there's a Lance, a Keith, a Shiro, a Pidge, a Hunk, and then there's the Voltron 6-inch, and the Voltron 6-inch metallic.
I need them all.
So there is that. Or actually, wait, no, hold on. Is that a 6-inch? No, that's a regular sized Voltron. Okay.
Really? Because both the pictures of the Voltrons look bigger than.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at a different site, and those are already sold out on there. Because.
Aww.
But at the same time, I mean, you could probably get the. I'm gonna go and check Amazon because these are supposed to come out in November. Yeah, no, it's a 6-inch. It's a 6-inch metallic. It's available. It is available on Amazon right now for $24.99. sold by Amazon. So,
Ray, go ahead. It's either that or pay $100 on eBay.
yeah.
I know.
Because you know that's going to be the hard one to get.
Yeah, I know. Screw it. I know my hours are taking, but I don't care.
Need the
This
Voltron.
is terrible. This is terrible.
Yeah, and apparently the Voltron pops, like just the crew, are already showing up in West Coast Hot Topics. So.
Can you link me? Because I'm not seeing that.
I just closed the goddamn webpage.
I'm sorry.
Control-Shift-T.
Recently closed. There we go. There you go, Ray. There's your link for the thing you're going to buy on the podcast.
Yep.
Because that's the way this works. But yeah, I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, one of the coolest.
There we go.
One of the coolest things about for me anyway, the Hot Topic job, is the pops.
Mm-hmm.
This past weekend, I'm not sure if the deal is still running, but this past weekend, at least my store had buy two get one on pops.
So,
yeah.
Break out that card once again, Ray.
No.
I think it was only in store, so. But yeah, I mean, that was pretty awesome. That was a pretty cool promo they were running. But yeah, I mean, there's that. So what have you guys like? So Halloween's tomorrow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Have you guys been doing anything to kind of prepare for it, or?
Well, I've made sure that all the lights can be turned off.
Fair.
I mean, that's important.
Yeah.
Because that's how you prepare for Halloween. I've been buying candy for self-consumption.
Fair.
And I actually got something cool that, while basically doesn't really help anybody outside of this house, is really cool. I found out recently that they actually have LED light bulbs that mimic the effects of flickering flame, like a torch.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I now have one in a lamp next to my desk.
Nice. Very cool.
That's really cool.
It is.
It's very atmospheric.
It is. It really. I mean, it casts enough light. It doesn't have the glow of a normal LED light in that it's not bright, but that actually adds to the effect.
Nice.
Yeah.
And here's the fun thing: I have it in a desk lamp, one of those that clamps onto the edge of a desk.
Yeah.
If you turn it to point straight up, it pretty much looks like a sconce.
Nice.
So that's what I'm doing to get myself in the mood.
So, so I also have a question. According to because now you have this this bulb that mimics flickering light. Do you also have a pen that mimics a quill?
To be honest, all pens mimic a quill.
No, I mean like it looks like a legitimate quill, but it's actually like a ballpoint pen.
I kind of wish, but yeah, at the same time, that's highly just impractical as all hell.
Yeah, but the thing is, it kind of fits the aesthetic. It seems like you're going.
Yeah.
With.
Yeah, true.
Right.
I've got well, unreal. Okay, so before I answer Todd's question, I will say I have actual dip pen that I like to use.
Which is even more impractical.
Yes, but it's awesome. And really fun to write with. And you can use really cool inks.
Huh.
Oh, hey, they actually have ballpoint quills.
Yeah.
I did not know this was a thing. I thought, okay, fair enough.
You thought I was being a dick about it? No. I don't fuck around with ballpoint quills, sir.
No, they are a thing. They're a really cool thing. I used to have them.
This is going on the wish list. They come in purple.
Yep.
Oh, that is.
I also have glass dip pins too.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
and they are less than $7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not expensive. The ballpoint quills. Anyway.
I mean, the ink's black, but the feather on it is
exactly.
Purple. I'm looking right at that same one, so it's like
the awesome one.
Yeah, the awesome black ink feather quill ballpoint pen in purple. Yeah.
Yep.
By Awesome Choice.
Yeah.
Please sponsor us.
Oh boy. But no, as far as like prepping for Halloween, I actually have not done a whole lot of prep.
Well, okay, so arguably you've done prep, not for Halloween, but like for Halloween-esque things. Like bullshit superhero costumes for chiropractors.
I mean, that's fair. But yeah, no. So I'm planning. I'm probably gonna be my Dragon Witch. Whether I wear this or if I actually do makeup is going to depend on how long the manual job ends up taking tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, but I am planning to hand out candy to kids because this house is actually in a neighborhood that has a decent amount of children.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, I'm so excited. Like,
I mean, you do realize that it's just a matter of like 48 hours that separates you from being in the Halloween spirit and in a mugshot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm not driving around to give out candy to children. They're coming to my house, and I am giving them candy to get them to go away. So it's a little bit different. But
you do like my old neighbor used to do and dress up like a scarecrow, sit on the porch.
Oh, I'm not
and
gonna
then
do
wait
that.
for them to come up, and then he pops up with his crossbow, and they fucking ran away.
No, that's terrible. And
it wasn't loaded.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I'm sorry, I love that idea.
And then he would come over like the next day and goes, "Hey, listen, I got like 3 bags of Reese's. Do you want any?" I'm like, "Yes."
Please tell me that if they were like really little, he didn't do that.
Huh? No, he did it to everybody.
Oh God, no.
Yes.
No.
Look, the sooner you learn that not everyone is to be trusted, the better off you are as a person.
Yeah.
Grr.
And the thing is, like he would like in October, like the beginning of October, he would set up a scarecrow like in that chair. So it was already there like the entire month up until Halloween where he would swap it for himself. It was brilliant. Because everybody walks by the house and they see it there, and then like Halloween comes and they're like, "Oh, it's that scarecrow that's been sitting there all month," and then boom, it pops up crossbow, and they're like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here."
Okay, right. There are 2 parties involved in this. Which one has more Halloween spirit? Kids wanting candy or a guy scaring the shit out of people? Which one is the true Halloween spirit in that equation? You're not arguing because you know I'm right.
I can't stand. I legitimately can't stand people that do that. I legitimately cannot. I genuinely, it ticks me off when people do that. Like, not so much when it's older kids, but when it's the really little ones, I can't stand it. I cannot stand it.
That's fair. You don't like Halloween.
I don't think that I think that's just. I mean, like I said, I don't mind when it's older kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but when it's like the really little ones, I think that's just cruel. Personally. So, yeah. I don't think that's me not liking. I don't think that that's within Halloween spirit. I think that's just cruel. Because so here's the thing: is up to a certain age, I feel like kids have a hard time distinguishing between, you know, like having I don't know, the stuff of nightmares and what's real. And I can see that being extremely, extremely problematic for young kids.
But arguably, I'm gonna say, how often are you gonna see a fucking scarecrow in an inner city?
I mean, still though, like, oh. I don't know. I still don't like it.
So you're going to be giving out candy tomorrow?
I'm going to be giving out candy to kids tomorrow as the Dragon Witch, and our house isn't really decorated because my folks aren't really into that, and I didn't really have the time or money to pull out any like fall decorating stuff. Because that's I was told that I could do like harvest or fall decoration. But like to get a small bale of hay about like this big, it was $7, and I was like, no.
Yeah, that's
not even hay; it was straw.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, no.
And
I wanted to do a pumpkin carving, but I did not have the time to go.
You also didn't want to pay $7 for a pumpkin.
I don't mind on the pumpkin so much.
But the pumpkin's good for, like, once it's carved, only a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can roast the seeds.
I mean, yeah.
Why?
You could
eat them.
You could do that. Like
because I love pumpkin seeds.
You are weird.
Yeah,
they're so good.
I generally, when I prepare food, I generally throw the trash from it away. I don't roast it to eat it.
I mean, I can understand, like, I'm going to harvest the pumpkin guts to, like, make, like, a pie with?
No, because carving pumpkins have crap.
Carving pumpkins, the flesh for them are not for pies.
No,
they're pie pumpkins that are about
they're very reedy.
Gotcha.
But no, I love pumpkin seeds. I
don't know what the fuck's wrong with you.
I know, right?
A lot of things.
I think too much straight up lemons is the problem. The acid.
Oh, dude, I've got some of those. I've got some of those in my fridge. I think there's some in my fridge. I can freak you guys out so much right now.
You go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna straight up do it.
You're gonna have to take the mask off.
I don't care.
Well, that went interesting.
Yeah, I know, right?
So while Ray's gone, the way I've been preparing is I've basically been watching tons of horror films, which I mean that's just like an everyday thing anyway. So but I've been watching like a lot of horror from like the late 70s and 80s. So
see, when you talk about horror films, films that you feel terror and dread, I was expecting Ghostbusters 2016.
No. That fills me with self-hatred and loathing.
What fills with self-hatred and loathing?
Ghostbusters 2016.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I've been watching like I'm not sure how like Balen, are you into horror from the 80s or
not really into horror in general, honestly.
Gotcha. So one of the big tropes in 80s horror was camps.
Yeah.
So I've been watching Sleepaway Camp.
I have actually seen that.
Sleepaway Camp is so fucking good. Oh my god, it's so horribly good.
Yeah.
So I've been watching it with people. I've been doing rabbit rooms, and I'm like, this is the way it's going. Like the first night, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch Sleepaway Camp. So like, I watched Sleepaway Camp, and I had a few people, no big deal. The next night, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch Sleepaway Camp 2, and then somebody's just like, the second one, and I'm like, yeah, no, like, I've never seen the first one, and I'm like, shit. So now I gotta watch the first one again with the new group of people, and that proceeded for 5 days straight, where I'd watch the first Sleepaway Camp and have. So arguably, I mean, it's an enjoyable film. Like it's got a good twist to it. Especially if you go into it not knowing like who the killer is, that kind of thing. Because I went into it the first time I saw it, I went into it cold. Like it was one of those like, Amazon keeps recommending this movie. I'm gonna fucking watch this. Like,
I'm sorry, I'm cracking up at Ray's "What the hell have I gotten myself into" face.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, absolutely. Have you ever watched yourself doing this? You just look like, oh god, I've made a horrible mistake.
Okay. I don't know why I look like that, but
yeah, I mean, just this look of like
the sourness of the lemon is just kind of curling.
Is it that, or is it the fact that I'm wearing red contacts that make my eyes look bigger?
No, it's your mouth. It's what you do with your mouth.
The mouth.
Whole face, actually, not just your mouth, your whole face, but especially your mouth. Like that.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I guess I gotta watch myself in the camera. I try not to do that. I try to look at you, at Todd.
I mean, I can look at Balen's logo constantly.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I watch because I have OBS on my main monitor. Mm-hmm. So I see Cloud Simulator, I see Ray kind of doing the lemon thing and being like, and then
I like it though. I don't know why I'm making a weird face.
You're making a weird face. That's the funny part.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, just because it's enjoyable doesn't mean that. I mean, arguably, I'll be one of those people that's
the least enjoyable part of this is I've got a cut like right here, and the lemon keeps dripping on it.
Oh, that
actually really hurts.
That's even better.
Yup.
That actually really hurts.
I didn't even start this one. That's so fantastic.
Well, at least you didn't get any salt in it.
No, I have not gotten any salt in it, but I keep getting lemon juice in it. That's actually like legitimately painful.
Now, let me tell you, what's funny about it isn't that you're making the face, it's that you're making the face, but I know you're enjoying it at the same time.
Yeah.
If you hated this, it wouldn't be funny because it would be you not enjoying something. But it's the dichotomy of it is what's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
It's like that body immediate reaction to sour. It's like
really your
good.
mouth tries to retreat down your throat.
Yeah. But no, so like I've been watching Sleepaway Camp. We finally
saw it that time.
Exactly.
The other night we finally got to watch 2.
Oh, cool.
Which means we have Sleepaway Camp 3 to do. Which is a fun thing. I mean the series is enjoyable. Like if you think about it, like, oh, Sleepaway Camp, that's got to be like some ripoff of like Friday the 13th or something like that.
Oh, it's nothing like
It's nothing like Friday the 13th. It is just...
Friday the 13th does not prepare you for Sleepaway Camp.
No, it does not. I mean, it's got some very interesting kills in it. Like, the one guy in the toilet and he gets the beehive dropped into the thing, which is honestly one of my favorite kills from the first movie. Because, I mean, he's just, like, he casually goes into the bunk, he grabs himself a magazine, and he goes, I gotta take a wicked dump. It's just like, thanks for announcing that, dude. Thanks a lot. And then he goes in there.
See, that's why he had to die.
Yeah, and then the knife cuts the screen above the toilet. Are you guys joking around? And then you see the stick with the beehive come in. Oh, what are you doing? Shaking it a little and stuff, and then it just drops, and you just hear him scream while trying to knock the door open, which is fucking terrific. It is arguably one of my favorite kills from that movie. But yeah, I mean, it's just like the whole franchise. Like, it was me, Maury, Retro. Like, these are some of the people that I've watched it with. Like, Retro Game Reaper watched it with me. King watched it with me like 3 times. You know, some people from Maury's Discord watched it with me over the 5-day span that I watched the fucking movie. But it's one of those things though. Like I said the last time I watched it was with Maury. I think Retro was there, and There's like 2 other people, I think. And I said, with them rebooting all these horror films and all these movies in general, why haven't they tried to do a reboot of Sleepaway Camp? Movie ended, blah blah blah. We watched part 2, and I was just like, this series this is one of those like forgotten horror films that could benefit from a reboot. And then that second movie ends, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to bed, blah, blah, blah. And which is code for like, I'm tired, but my body won't let me sleep. So I'll sit on my computer for another half hour, 45 minutes.
Right.
And I'm just looking up stuff because I was looking to go and pick up like a Sleepaway Camp t-shirt, and it took me to the official page for the movie, which was kind of cool. And in there it says, we have a script written by the creator for a 2020 reboot.
Now, while I wouldn't go see it in the theater, for nostalgia, I may watch the reboot.
Yeah. I mean, it
was a crazy film.
Yeah, the twist ending was just like, what?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
In the 80s?
Yeah.
That twist was mind-blowing for a teenager. Let me just say.
I mean, arguably today, that's a mind-blowing twist.
But especially back in the 80s.
Yeah. I mean,
we're not talking about what that twist is because no.
Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely.
You're going to have to watch it.
But you got to remember, the film was made in 1982. It was released in 1983. And, I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I didn't see it right away. I saw it as a teenager on VHS.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I'd only seen it just recently. As I said, it was one of those films that, like, it just got to a point where I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'll fucking watch this thing because Amazon keeps on recommending it to me. And
for those of you, by the way, who were born in the 90s, VHS were cassettes.
I know what a VHS is.
You mean the smaller Betamax, right?
Okay, that I don't know what that is. I know what a VHS is, but I don't know what a Betamax is.
Betamax almost was VHS.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know how HD DVD and Blu-ray fought and Blu-ray won?
Yeah.
VHX and Betamax fought and VHS won.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, but let me. I'm gonna pull up a picture.
Able to eat like half this lemon because my chapped lips are like not poised.
Yeah, the only thing that killed Beta. Well, there was 2 things that killed Beta. But one of the main things that killed it was the capacity of the tapes.
Yeah.
The other thing was the porn industry. So.
Yep. Which is ultimately why Blu-ray won too.
Yeah.
Fact of the matter is, they put a lot of stuff on the pressed medium. So.
Yep. Yeah. But no, I mean it was. So, like, I mean, I've been watching the horror stuff. I've been getting prepared for the live show tomorrow on Halloween. Yes, Gimmick Bag live show on the Twitch channel.
Cool.
Yeah, me and Maury.
Nice.
Maury's doing a face cam.
Nice.
Yeah. That was the best nice I've ever seen. Nice.
I'm sorry. I took a big bite of lemon.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable, but my face does not agree.
Nope.
No, it does not. Absolutely not. Yeah.
That was the best.
Yeah.
Like right there. But yeah, so we're going to be doing a live show, and we're going to be in costume. So I had to get my costume, everything for my costume ready. The only thing I don't have for it is shoes, but I'm not going anywhere, so fuck shoes.
Yeah.
So while Ray is doing the Dragon Witch, I am doing Wednesday Addams.
Nice.
Yep.
And before you ask, because I've had people ask me this when I say that, because people are like, "Oh, what are you doing for Halloween?" I'm like, "I'm going as Wednesday Addams," and I'll just say it like all matter of factly, like I'm going as Wednesday Addams.
Yeah.
Meh.
Yeah.
And they're just like, "Oh, that's cool. Like, are you doing like a male version of Wednesday?"
No.
And I'm like,
No.
"No."
No, I'm doing Wednesday Addams.
Even though like my build and facial structure could pull off Pugsley better.
Here's the thing. A lot of people don't understand. When somebody dresses up as Darth Vader, they're not really a Sith Lord. When someone dresses up as Elrond, they're not really an elf. Why the hell do you have to be, really, a woman to dress up as Wednesday, for example?
Mm-hmm.
No, and I agree. At the
Also,
same time,
here's my biggest pet peeve with cosplay, which I consider Halloween to be cosplay when you are dressing up as a specific character. And that is, cosplay is not dependent upon your ability to cosplay a character is not dependent upon body type, figure, or gender. If you want to be a character, you can be that character.
Yeah.
I will say there are a very few limited exceptions to this, and that is, for example, when a character depends upon a specific attribute. Let me give you an example. A white guy shouldn't play Luke Cage.
Yeah. I'll give you
Now,
that.
if he wanted to do the Falcon, that would be a different matter.
Yeah.
Totally different character. But Luke Cage is basically a blaxploitation-based hero.
Yeah.
And it's even if you don't put the makeup on, it's almost blackface to play him as a white person.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Alternatively, another costume I can do is I can just take like one of my leather jackets, throw that on, get myself a bottle of whiskey, drink myself into a stupor, and pass out in front of the house, and I'm Jessica Jones.
Yep.
Fair enough.
No, but I mean, one thing I will say is Halloween itself, like because the whole costume aspect and stuff, it allows people to kind of do something that they want to do that 364 days out of the year is frowned upon by society. So,
Which is, as I've said earlier, give candy to children.
or a dude dressing like a girl. It's very frowned upon, but whatevs.
Because society are idiots in that regard.
Yeah, well, I mean, they don't realize they don't realize how comfy the shit is.
Well, saying. I mean, hell, Shakespearean actors, all the female parts were played by men.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, and that's another thing. They're like, oh, well, that's theater, or in the same thing of like in the movies, like same stuff can happen, and they're like, oh, that's just in the movies, and that's just on television. But then in real life, people lose their fucking minds over that.
I know, right?
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, so I mean, that's my Halloween plans. Like, I'm not giving out candy. I'm not doing any of that shit. I don't need to be put on lists. I mean, I'm working in the morning. And by morning, I mean like early afternoon-ish. So,
yeah.
Hence why we're doing a podcast on Tuesday as opposed to Monday. Because
I mean, fair.
Otherwise, I would be like, I'm gonna be dead. I mean, arguably tomorrow we're doing the live show. I think we're aiming for like 5 or 6 p.m. Eastern on that. Okay. Closer to probably 6, because the next morning I'm in at 7:30 in the morning for the last 2 days at the Halloween store. So, well, the last 2 days were open at the Halloween store. I have November 1st, and then I'm off the 2nd and 3rd, and then Sunday I got both jobs. Monday, as of right now, Monday I have just the Halloween store for breakdown, and same thing on Tuesday, and then after that it's done. But DorkyRae got a lead on another seasonal job, so there is that.
Nice.
Yeah, because of the Halloween store, believe it or not. And first off, because of the Halloween store, but also because of the main job I have, Hot Topic.
Mm-hmm.
Right across from us is a Spencer's. Now, some of you guys may have heard this, some of you guys may know this, but back in January of this year, while I was looking for work, I applied to Spencer's for a shift supervisor position, blah, 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 blah. The manager really wanted me there, which was really cool. Had to go through district, though. District kind of said no to it. And then I got the job at Hot Topic. So it's like, all right, well, whatevs. Earlier, late last week, the manager from Spencer's comes over and says, hey, do any of your, anybody here, and just talking to the employees and the manager over at Hot Topic, said, do you know anybody that works here that would like to pick up a seasonal job at Spencer's? My DM won't care about the two stores. I'm not sure if your guys' will or not. And it's like, all right, well, and I thought about that, and I'm like, that could be a good idea. And then at the Halloween store, they're owned by Spencer's. Same company. So there you go. So basically, if I do like the breakdown and everything like that, and work all the committed days, my file gets released, and they allow it to be transferred to a Spencer's store.
Oh, there you go.
So I talked to the manager over at Spencer's, and I go, hey, actually I wanted to go and buy something. So, but I went over there. I'm talking to her and stuff like that. And, I go, oh, well, she had something on the counter. It was a Chucky doll. And I go, oh, well, we got these over at the store. She goes, I didn't see these at Hot Topic. I'm like, oh, no, my other job at Spirit. She goes, you work for Spirit? I'm like, yeah. And she goes, have you thought about coming over here for seasonal? And I'm like, I have, actually. Our last day should be, the Tuesday after Halloween. And she goes, okay, because until they actually release you, I can't put you on. And I'm like, oh, that's fair. And she goes, but once your commitment with them is done, talk to me and I'll bring you in. I'll have you transferred in. And I'm like, fuck yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
easiest interview ever.
Well, so here's the thing. Like, you say that, but I've interviewed with her twice already. Back in January, Yeah.
Okay.
She liked me so much the first time that she called me back for a second time. And then once I got home from the second time, she called me again and said, hey, remember how I said my DM wasn't going to be here until like Friday? My DM's actually in the area. It is going to swing by. So do you think you could come back up here today? And I'm like, I just got home. Yeah, I'll be right up. So, so I mean, as I said, I've already interviewed with her. She knows my work from working at Hot Topic.
Mm-hmm.
So, one thing leads to another, and I'm just like, all right, yeah, that's fine. I'm good with that. Yeah, it's retail. And it's probably gonna mean a lot of long hours again, like October, like, because I haven't really worked per se since August of last year. Well, since December of last year, because I was at World Market and I had the seasonal gig there, and I was putting in like 40 hours a week doing that. So, but other than that, I mean, like, working Hot Topic, I mean, I'm there, a couple days a week, and it's only a couple hours a week. So, it's like, all right, well, I've only done, X amount of hours this week. I've been able to do everything else I've wanted to do. Or I've been able to meet every other commitment that I have, live stream and podcasts and so on and so forth. And then I got the job at Spirit, and it's like, oh, hey, this day I work both. Or this day I work this one and it conflicts with this here. Or this one here, it's just... And then I'm like, and I'm tired and I'm exhausted and, So, I mean, I have a feeling that might happen again with this, but also I got bills, so
Right. Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
And you were overlooking seriously the biggest upside of this you haven't even considered, and that's all the holiday music you're going to hear.
Fuck my life. Do it, kill me now. No, I mean it's just yeah, no, it's a thing.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, like, if you look at have either of you been to Spencer's within the last like 5 years?
Yeah.
I have never been in a Spencer's ever.
Okay.
Yep.
So Balen doesn't know.
Unless Spencer's is considering becoming a sponsor, in which case I love Spencer's.
I love Spencer.
Spencer, we're for hire.
Yeah.
Some of you will get that joke, most of you won't.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean there's a I mean, I would love to have a retail chain be a sponsor. Absolutely.
Right.
Oh God.
It'd be terrific. But I mean for me, you know, and I said this during my interview, like back in January to her. I go, Spencer's has changed a lot since I used to frequent them when I lived in New Jersey. And she goes, oh, how so? I'm like, the music is lower and the place doesn't reek of incense. Also, you guys carry sex toys now, so.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah, so there's that. So, I mean, there's
holiday shopping is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it is. Funny story, during my second interview, a call came through to the store. The manager answers the phone and then has to explain how the all right, so the guy bought a pump and I could just see the look on her face where she was just like, we get these calls all the fucking time. Of her explaining how to use a penis pump. It is, and she goes, and this is why I usually have my shift supervisors answer the phone. And I'm like, that is fair.
Because I will guarantee you 75% of them know and just want to hear a woman explain it.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's one of those things. And I'm like, all right, well. But yeah, it's just, oh man. Having, like, pulling, like, a double duty, essentially, in that sense of, like, working both places will be interesting. And I'm looking forward to the challenge. I really am. I'm looking forward to kind of getting back into my element, so to speak, you know? Like, working in the Halloween store has kind of, like, gotten back to that, to scratching the itch I had when I started working in sales. Where I was like, oh, hey, I'm not pushing items on people. I'm actually assisting them to find what they wanted.
Right.
You know? And then, like, if I can't find what they want, then I can find something that'll make them happy at least, you know? Unless it's Fortnite, and then fuck that shit, because that is, like, the biggest selling costume of the year. Like, the Fortnite stuff. It is fucking crazy. All day. Do you have Fortnite? Do you got Fortnite? Fortnite? No. Why not? We sold out. When did you guys sell out? You've only been open since the beginning of the month. Yeah, we sold out the first fucking week.
Yeah.
Well, my son's going to be upset. Well, you should have bought your costume earlier then. So the day before. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do for you. He wants to be a skull trooper. I have no idea what that is. I have no clue what that is.
So here's what you do. You want to be creative. You want a costume that's like that? Here's what you do. You get yourself a pair of sweatpants. You get yourself a wife beater t-shirt. You go out as a Fortnite gamer.
Or you can just go as a specific Twitch streamer that has a god complex. You guys heard about that, right?
No. I know. And we've been gone for 2 weeks. I'm out of loot.
Oh, So TwitchCon was this past weekend.
Yeah, and which means the Twitch was fucking dead this past
Yep.
weekend.
Let me just make sure this is the right guy. I'm gonna actually.
Sounds like even if you have the correct one, it's not going to be a right guy at all.
He's a speedrunner on Twitch
Ugh.
with 11,000 followers, and oh boy, did so they let him have his own panel at TwitchCon.
Oh god.
Okay.
Were they able to fit his head through the door?
I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna share it with you guys. This is like, oh, it's M Dust. There we go.
Okay.
So the guy's name is MM Dust, and he was he said some really fucked up shit. I'm gonna actually. That's like a long form video.
Yeah. It was 12 minutes.
I'm gonna just send you this because I just found this. I didn't know the guy's name, so I'm gonna.
Oh,
play
that's easier. Yeah, that's easier.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play that clip right now.
When I look for streamers that I want to relate to them. I want them to be witty. I want them to be cool. I want them to have that unique aspect that all of us strive to have. But I need there to be a little bit of a relationship because I don't want to talk to a fucking wall.
Okay, but well, part of the thing for me is I specifically don't want my viewers to have any kind of relationship with me.
Fair.
So like that's like it kind of works out, right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of like I'm hitting my goal, but
No, you totally are.
And as weird as that sounds, and it's like. It's kind of like low-key, like God complex kind of thing, is I don't feel like many of my viewers should relate themselves to me because, and this is like super like kind of like kind of weird, is like I do think of myself as better than, or not better, but like bigger.
This is going sideways.
There's no good way to say this. I think of myself as like above the average person, so I don't feel like many people can relate to me. As like bad as that
at
sounds,
least he knows he's an asshole.
Yeah,
So
at
give him
least
credit for that.
Yeah, at least he acknowledges that he sounds.
You know, I know it's horrible that I'm stabbing you, but really, I just can't stop myself.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, it's just, man. He shot himself in the
He
foot.
Acknowledges that he's.
The funniest thing is he shot himself in the foot and realized it as the hammer was striking the back of the bullet.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he tried to walk that back the instant it started to, and there was nothing he could do to re-explain it. There was nothing.
Nope.
Every time he did, it's like, shit, it went off again.
Yep.
So I'm going to.
That was painful to watch.
It gets even more painful. I've just linked you guys to his Twitch channel, and I'm going to want Ray read the FAQ, and then Balen read the sub perks. Oh, and I'll read donation. So
hold on a moment. It's having issues because.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah, this is going to take a moment.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know what? Fine, screw this. I have another window.
Oh, he actually changed his FAQ based on after the backlash. So it's not much. It's not better, but
okay.
Yeah.
And what part do you want me to read again? Did you say?
Sub perks.
Sub perks.
So
okay.
Ray will go first.
Okay. Question: can I call you Michael? Answer: no. You can call me Dust or Mr. 51%.
Okay. So previous to that, it said no. You can call me Dust or Mr. Streamer, which is kind of an asshole thing to say. Okay, you can.
Yeah.
That was the change.
Okay.
So.
Question: how old are you? Answer: 21. Question: why are you playing the game? Or am I continuing? Or is
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay. Why are you playing the game in that language? A, it's faster.
Okay, so he speedruns games in Japanese because apparently it's quicker because of the way the text comes up and stuff. So,
I mean, that's understandable.
That's understandable. Yeah.
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 Question: if you're a speedrunner, you're gonna go for the fast?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that just makes sense.
Yeah.
Question: do you do giveaways? Answer: leave my channel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which, don't get me wrong, I can kind of commend that last one a bit because you do get people coming in going, when are you doing a giveaway? When are you doing a giveaway? And it just gets so fucking annoying. So, but the whole call me Mr. 51% and previously Mr. Streamer, like, really, guy? Like, that's kind of fucked. So donation. Click the picture to send me money. Any money you give me will most likely be used on dumb shit I don't need. $3 donation and higher will appear on screen.
That's actually not all that horrible. That's almost funny.
Yeah, no, that one's all right. Here's where it gets good.
Sub perks. Okay, everything after the word chat is in bold caps. You have to understand that.
Okay.
I'm not going to...
Okay, so this is another change that happened.
But I'm just going to say, I'm not going to say it with the inflection that he puts by having in bold caps.
So,
because I don't want to blow out your headphones.
So that second line wasn't there yesterday.
Okay. Subs perks. You can use my emotes. You can talk in sub-only chat. That's it. No sub games. No sub Discord. No movie nights. I don't want to play games with you. I don't want to hang out with you on Discord. Leave me alone. You know what? I'm more than happy to leave him alone.
Yeah. I mean, we've all done Twitch.
Yes.
What is Twitch about? It's about building a
community.
Fucking community.
Community.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, there's
the best comparison to Twitch I've ever heard is it's you playing your console, sitting on the living room couch, but you have a whole bunch of people around you hanging out with you.
And you don't have to wear pants.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
It depends on what your camera covers, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah, true.
Fair.
If your camera's mounted under the desk, 1, stop doing that. 2, wear pants.
3, if you want to continue doing that, use a different website.
Fair.
But yeah, I mean, it's just like, I know me personally, I try to be personable with people. Like even like simple interactions like, hey, hi, welcome. Like that's some kind of a relationship with the viewer, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't even do that.
I will say this right now. He has the size of community, the strength of community that I think I can safely say all three of us would have killed for.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And he treats them like shit.
Yeah. Legitimate.
He's like that guy that has great kids and ignores them.
Yeah. Yeah. Legit. I mean, it's how like I understand like, oh, you speed run games. Okay, that's cool. Oh, you have your personal best in those games, and you have 2 world records in Resident Evil 7, you know? Like, oh, okay. In New Game Plus, easy. So, first off, you're playing it on easy, like, and New Game Plus, which means you already have shit for the playthrough going in.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. There's a market for speedrunning. My buddy Manny does speedrunning. It's fun watching him do it.
Mm-hmm.
But even though he's fucking speedrunning, he still takes the time to say hi or, you know, try to keep up with chat. Like, if he's in the middle of a run, then like, yeah, I can understand him being kind of quiet and stuff like that while he's doing that. But in between, like, some interaction, you know? Like,
here's the thing. If you don't want a community, just don't live stream it. Just put it on YouTube as a video.
Yeah.
They don't expect you to talk if you're pre-recorded.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I say all the time, there is room in this world for all forms of gaming. That includes speedrunning.
Yeah.
Personal opinion, speedrunning is to gaming what competitive eating is to food. It's going to grab some people.
Yeah, well,
It's
okay,
not-
yeah. Yeah, I get
It's
you.
going to grab some people, and some people are going to be like, I can't stomach that.
Yeah.
But if it grabs you, that's the important thing. There is a lot of forms of gaming. I'm not into hardcore PvP gaming. Other people are. I'm just saying, basically, speedrunning is one of those niches I personally don't get, but people are free to do that.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of gaming. There is a niche out there for everyone.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah.
I completely get you on that. And it's like, when you have somebody who, for lack of better terms, treats their community like shit.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, like, I mean,
I want to be clear about this. It's not something endemic to being a speedrunner that you ignore your audience.
Yeah.
Because a person could make that mistake of believing that.
Yeah,
Because
no.
the whole thing of you're trying to rush to the end, you don't have time. No. It's this person being an asshole.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I agree. Like, there's speedrunners, and as I made the example already, if you're in the middle of a run, then that's one thing. Like, but it's not like the second the run fails or whatever, you instantly go right back in. You take a couple minutes to kind of compose yourself.
Yeah.
You can catch up with your chat if you really want to, or stuff like
Yeah.
that. If you're okay, this is me being an asshole about this. If you are fucking good enough to do live stream content, regardless what you're doing, you should be able to at least keep an eye on your chat. You might not be able to, at all the time. Like, there's sequences where, like, you got to keep an eye on, like, quick motion in a game and stuff like that. I get that. Or
if you're playing on easy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing on easy and then racking up world records because of it, play the game on fucking normal, guy. Play it regular on normal. And then maybe I'll say, like, oh, okay. But I mean, this is one of the reasons I don't speedrun. I mean, I have nothing against speedrunners at all. I think what they do is rather interesting. And it can be fun to watch. Absolutely could be fun to watch. Depends on what's being speedrun. It also depends on the personality. As I said, and I'm going to put him over again, my buddy Manny can kind of balance the two. He can be speedrunning, but at the same time, he could also be keeping up with his chat, keeping engaged with his community, because that's what it's about. You know? And I've also said, I've also said in the past, and I said it on the open bar for content creators, one of the biggest piece of advice I can give new content creators is be yourself. This guy is absolutely doing that by being an asshole. And you know what? Some people want to see that, and if that's the case, then whatever. But I'm wondering how many subs are going to drop based on him being a dick like this.
Actually, a few, but he'll probably get more back, which is sad.
Not with the way the backlash has been. The backlash has been really bad. So bad. The backlash has been so bad, he's now has to put his shit into sub-only chat.
Yep, I did notice that, but...
Yeah. Which means one of two things. One, he was getting a lot of harassment in his general chat, and he wanted to get rid of that, so he put in sub-only. Or people are just dropping subs left and right, and he goes, I didn't want to talk to these assholes anyway, so I'll just set up sub-only.
Yeah, that is a possibility.
Because, I mean, I know I've joked around about, like, oh, I'm going to set up my chat for sub-only. Just to be a dick about it. And I mean, this makes me want to try that just once. So to be like the regular 3 people that are in my chat, like chatting, you know? Like, oh God. I mean, this whole situation is a fucking clusterfuck.
Yeah.
And at the same time, like, people that are watching that panel, you know, because the panel was streamed on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
It reflects on Twitch.
It reflects on Twitch. You saw the one guy on the side go from the podium quickly to sitting next to him going, well, that's going sideways. Like, trying to do... And then realizing, like, there's no way for me to control this situation. And the other guy's just like, well, I mean, I'm up here on stage with him, and I'm so fucking sorry I'm up here on stage with this guy.
Yep.
So, but there's going to be blowback on everybody. I mean...
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to feel blowback from it. You know, it might not be direct blowback, but there might be something. Like, people are going to be like, oh, well, why would I go and watch a live stream when everybody on it's an asshole? You know?
And, you know, even people who don't stream are going to feel this simply because every stream you go into, they're going to be worried about that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's going to be in the back of their mind, you know, what this guy said reflects badly on me. And basically, honestly, I would not be surprised if a few people have a little bit twitchier ban hammers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Because of backlash.
Yeah.
And that's on him.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Not that this guy gives a shit.
No, but I'm just saying, basically, it's not because of those streamers. It's because of this one guy creating a ripple effect.
Yeah. I mean, it's not to the same scale of what happened on YouTube earlier this year, but it's because, I mean, that there was a ripple effect there. And I mean, I mean, it really wasn't a ripple effect as opposed to like one drop creating a fucking tidal wave that enveloped everybody that was below a threshold. So I can see that being a thing now too, for like...
In effect, a tsunami drowned a whole bunch of smaller towns.
Yeah, exactly. And I can see that happening here on Twitch. Not to the same level, obviously, but I can see that happening where it's like... Because I don't think he's partnered. To be honest. But if he is, then I'm fucking sorry. No, he's no, he's not partnered. It doesn't look like.
I mean, you can sub to him. Doesn't that mean? Well, I guess
he's an affiliate.
He's an affiliate. So this not only reflects. This doesn't reflect on the partners. It reflects on the affiliates.
Which is even worse, really.
Yeah. Oh my god. Like, fucking really, guy? I mean,
yeah,
I will.
He's an affiliate because he's only got the 3 tiers of emotes.
Well, it's not only the 3 tiers of emotes, but it's just like the 3 specific emotes. I mean,
yeah.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's, and he also doesn't have the check mark next to his name, so there's that.
Oh.
But which I just noticed. So don't feel bad for missing that.
If he's so far above everyone, how's he not partnered?
Right? And you know what else? Like, I've seen comments on videos about this, like on, well, not videos about this, but on his YouTube channel, because he has a YouTube as well, where he posts guides on how to do speedrun tricks in Resident Evil 7. And some of those comments are just so savage. And it's just like, it's things just like, wow, somebody speedrunning this game on easy. Wow, you really are above average. Considering your average is 48 viewers on Twitch at any given time. Like, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just like, I really dislike when people do like whenever somebody does something like that from a content standpoint. I mean, that on Twitch is what bullshit clickbait samey videos 3 times a day, 7 days a week is to YouTube. That's the way I feel.
Speaking in hypotheticals, of course, because such a thing would never be.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't know what you're talking about.
The fact is, artistry, all art has a darker side and a lighter side, and this is the darker side of art.
Bless you.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that.
I was trying to mute myself.
You did not.
No, I missed.
I was going to pretend that you were muted right then, and then Balen ruined it.
Yeah. The scary thing is I almost hit leave call in missing the mute. So I was like, oh crap.
You can set up a hotkey for mute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's effort.
It's less effort in the long run, though.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, like, all in all, like looking at the people we know that still do Twitch, I would say quality over quantity.
Oh, definitely. I've always said that.
The people I watch on YouTube, quality over quantity. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you put out a video a week, a video a month. I don't give a fuck. If you're putting out quality content, I'll be there for it. That's just the way it is. I mean, I redid the model order video recently for VTMB.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of doing one long form video like I did last time, I did a 7-part series.
It makes it easier to keep up with where you are in the series, yeah.
Well, not only that, it also allows me to, like, oh, hey, a new mod came out and I want to go and kind of do this. Like, let me go and do another video, add that onto the series. It allows me to do that and keep things current without going, well, time to re-record this whole motherfucker again. But, I mean, the big thing was, like, I saw, like, that model order video was like an hour and 20 minutes long. I did it live on stream. So I didn't have things prepared to kind of like the mods already, their files in a separate folder. So like people wouldn't see some of the other stuff I have on my computer and whatnot, and then call me out in the fucking comments about it. But whatevs. But this time I was able to kind of like make sure things were ready to go, where I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not looking for where the fuck did I put this file, or where's this? Like everything's been organized and stuff. So I was able to do it quick. I mean, some of them are 20 minutes long. There's one of them that's like 40 minutes long. I mean, the series itself is just, I'm happy with the way it came out. And I'm getting comments on it. Like, it's not doing the numbers that the Model Loader and You video did. But then again, the Model Loader and You video came out like 2, almost 3 years ago. So, but now I got the series, it's just the way it is. And, people are enjoying it. People are, watching the video. They're saying, they're leaving like comments such as, like, I got a comment, was it yesterday or the day before? Actually, I'll go into this comment, which I thought was fucking terrific. So, this is off of part 7 in the series, which was the last video I did, which was on the Clan Quest Mod 4. So this is the comment I got. Oh my god, the biggest failure of Clan Quest Mod 4 so far is not having you on the beta tester team. Thank you for the awesome tutorial.
Nice.
The person that did that left that comment, is the mod creator.
Nice.
I responded, I wouldn't say it's a failure. I tend to be very busy with a lot of projects, so I feel it would be unfair to be a beta tester and not having the time to actually test and report bugs before release. Response: maybe so, but watching this video, I appreciate your attention to detail, and the ability to express problems in video format is invaluable. I see at least 2 things I already need to change in 4.1 from this. And that was just me doing a install video on it. Because I did, in the video, like, after I installed the Clan Quest mod, the new version of it, I said, oh, okay, so it has these, the low-res clan particles. Let me go and pull the clan particles from one of the other mods I use, so I can use that in there to replace those, so they're now high-res. So, I mean, that was one thing I did myself, and I'm like, oh, hey, by the way, this is how you do that. You go into this folder here, you copy these specific ones, you go to this folder here in your Clan Quest mod folder, and then you just paste them over. So, like, just something like that was like, I mean, and I was kind of blown away by that. Like, just that little thing by itself. You know, of course, there's Ian saying thanks for the shout out, you know, because Ian's awesome. Ian is so fucking awesome. His mod, the X20, is actually included in Clan Quest, which is actually really cool. But, like, another comment was, and this is one I got yesterday. Wonderful video. Just got it on Steam. So nostalgic. Like, that's, I mean, those, seeing things like that is very nice, you know, for a content creator. The engagement. Even though I'm not doing the content on Twitch in that sense, I love having the instant feedback. I mean, that's why we get into the stream game, you know, as opposed to doing YouTube. We want that instant feedback. You know?
We want to feel like we've made a connection.
Exactly. Like, doing the YouTube stuff, like, it felt weird. It was weird to do, because I'm like, oh, well, I'm doing this, but at the same time, it feels weird to do it, because I don't have people to, I don't have names to talk to, you know? Mm-hmm. I don't have people asking me questions saying, like, well, why are you doing this, you know? So I had to come up with those in my head.
I mean, I'll say, when I was streaming as a smaller streamer, I used to say, you know, well, you know, even if you weren't here, I'd be doing this by myself because I game all the time. But when it comes down to it, you need at least a couple of people. You need a connection of some sort.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because I spent so many days alone in that room.
Until I started showing up while you're playing Marvel Heroes.
Yeah, exactly. And it got painful. It got seriously painful. That's ultimately why I stopped. That, and honestly, it began to feel like I was treating it too much like a commitment, because I've always said I was a hobby streamer.
Yeah.
It would not be, basically, I would bend it to my schedule, not my schedule to it.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
And when I realized I was putting in a lot of effort for almost no feedback, that was the end for me.
Yeah.
Because I had I could go down 2 routes. I could put more work into it and sacrifice free time, or I could, basically sacrifice it and have more free time. And ultimately, I chose free time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's interesting, to say the least, because you know, as I said, you know, and as you said, it's about the connection. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I mean, if I'm doing this if I'm doing this and there's nobody there, I'll still do it.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be weird as hell, but I could still do it, you know?
Yeah.
Just hoping that the next day's better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's just the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Alternatively, I also wouldn't. This is going to sound super fucked up. It's going to sound like I have a god complex or something. That was a joke. I I think that if I had a chat with a ton of people in there, I'd be super overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I mean,
I understand that.
Like, it's just the way I look at it. Like,
yeah,
you know, it's there's a balance, and like having like 3 or 4 people in a chat, like, it's great that they're there. Like, I truly appreciate that. And it's manageable, you know?
Yeah.
Having 12 people in there, manageable. 20 people, manageable. Once you start hitting like that 50 plus, I'm not used to that, you know?
Right.
So for me, like, when I see a lot of chatting going on, like, I can get overwhelmed. I mean, if you were streaming something, like, let's just say you were doing needle felting, and you had 60 people in your chat while you're doing needle felting, how would you feel?
I probably wouldn't be getting much needle felting done because I'd be sitting there trying to keep up with chat.
Yeah.
Well, and so the other part of that, though, is that the more people that you get in there, the less it becomes conversational.
Yeah.
It depends. Because, I mean, there's been times where I have, you know, where I've had, you know, like 20, 30 people in there, and there's conversations going on between people in the chat, keeping the chat going. But then there's
that's fine.
And then there's also conversations with me as well. So.
Yeah. But I mean, like, so, like, one of the people that I got really that actually introduced me to Twitch was from had originally been part of Achievement Hunter and then left Achievement Hunter to exclusively be on Twitch. And his streams were, because he was, you know, popular from Achievement Hunter. I mean, his streams were consistently like hundreds of people.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was no conversations going on. It was literally everyone trying to get his attention and trying to get to where he would say their name in stream. And, I mean, there were occasional times where there were like, and he was, I mean, he tried to do his best to like respond to people and everything. But I mean, when I was streaming, and much like Balen, I don't stream anymore because I just, part of it was when I moved, that spelled the end, because there was this big gap where I wasn't streaming because we moved and I had to get everything settled and everything.
Yeah.
And then when I came back, there was just nobody there. And especially because the creative streams, like, it takes a lot to set up for a creative stream.
Absolutely. I mean, I mean, not to cut you
it's
off.
more physical.
Yeah, not to cut you off, but I mean, like, even Maury said the same thing. Like, it's such a fucking pain in the ass to set up for a creative stream. One of the reasons why
it takes like half an hour.
Yeah, it's one. You know, you got to set up your. You know, in your case, you were using 2 cams, so you would have to set up both cams, and you'd have to make sure everything's capturing right, and you know the lighting's perfect, so colors look the way they're supposed to, and one cam isn't auto focusing on your hands while you're working, and you know.
Yep, and that the mic and the cameras aren't going to be in the way of your work, and that your work isn't going to be in the way of the camera, and
that you don't actually bump the popcorn.
If you don't actually bump the popcorn, and that if you're sewing, that when you move over to the ironing board to iron out your seams, that you're not going to run into an issue there between the camera and the mic and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And so, like, I would spend half an hour to 45 minutes setting up my stream, and then I would have, like, one person maybe show up, and they'd be there for, like, maybe 15 minutes. And and it was just, like, it was just too much effort for not enough interaction. And I was like, you know what? I might as well just be take that 30 to 45 minutes and get, especially because it's the creative stuff, and it's like I might as well take that 30 to 45 minutes. That's 30 to 45 minutes I could have been spending sewing or felting or whatever project I'm working on. So it's just like,
if it was, and toward the end, if it was like me, I know toward the end this is how it was like for me. The days I streamed, I wish I hadn't, so I'd have the free time, and the days I didn't, I wish I had, so I'd be streaming.
Yeah.
And something's got to give.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So I just kind of stopped. And like some days I still sit there and I'm like, I think about getting back into it, but
I'm not going to lie. There's always a chance I might occasionally pop up with a surprise stream for a couple of hours out of nowhere.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe for the holidays. Who knows?
I'm so I'm looking at analytics on my YouTube.
Oh.
And so this just shows you like how the analytics there work, because I'm not sure if you guys watching, listening know. But right now I'm looking at the build an audience thing, right? So it kind of breaks down like how many unique views you've had over a 28-day period, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Average views per user, and your number of subscribers for that period. And then underneath that, it goes watch time from subscribers, right? And in my case, 8.5 of the people that subscribe to my YouTube watch my videos. Or watched videos of mine in the last 28 days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
91.5% stumbled upon this shit.
Nice.
Looking for Vampire the Masquerade stuff and stuff.
I mean, that's really what it is. I mean, like my my top videos in the last 28 days. The Final Nights 1.4, Night 1, Part 1. VTMB, Mod Loader, and You. The original version. Ruby Indigo, Clan Asamite, The Final Nights 1.5 HD part. What part is that? Part 1. Final Nights 1.4, Night 2, Salubri Part 1. And The Final Nights 1.4, Night 1, Salubri Tutorial. So, I mean, like, my top videos are all vampire shit. Like, that's...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You have a niche, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm thankful. I am. I mean, I know I'm realistic, right? I know at no point am I gonna blow up on Twitch or YouTube. I mean, I do it as a hobby. Podcasting, I do that as a hobby as well. So
you put in enough work, it's more than a hobby, but it's, let's just say it's an amateur work at this point as opposed to hobby, a step up from.
I would say not for profit work. At that point, it's not for profit.
So like all streaming.
I mean, no, not necessarily, because streaming for me is all like hobby. So
yeah, well, I mean, I never made a profit.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. But but you know what I'm saying, where it's just like,
I never went into it too, though. So
yeah, absolutely. Oh, hey, I'm only 15.6% from YouTube recommending my content.
Shit. But I'm going to let everyone out there, a little secret. Every single streamer has had the thought at least once of, what if I somehow accidentally made it big and got partnered? Every streamer thinks it at some point. Even if it's only, oh shit, how horrible would that be to have that much pressure?
Yeah.
But every streamer thinks of it as a what-if scenario. Don't ever let anyone fool you into going, oh, I've never even thought about being partnered. No, they've thought about it, even if it is only a hypothetical what-if. Just, it happens.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I've thought about it, and I also realize that it's an unrealistic goal to have.
That's too much work. And I will say this also. I have said this in the past. being a streamer or a YouTube content creator and expecting to hit it big is like walking onto a concrete basketball court expecting to be scouted for the NBA.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I completely agree with you.
It's the same thing. It's basically luck and, to a smaller degree, who you know that gets you into the big leagues. You can't plan for it. You cannot.
Yeah, I mean, that's the truth. It's legitimately the truth. Like, there's... You know, not that there's kids listening or watching. There might be.
Shouldn't be. There shouldn't be.
I mean, based on my fucking foul mouth. But,
yeah. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm
fine. But I mean, you guys know I have a little brother. You know, he's 12. And last Christmas, what he wanted was a webcam and a microphone so he could start doing YouTube content. So as he put it, so I can get all of the views and make all of the money. I sat him down, looked him dead in the eyes and go, "You're not getting a webcam, you're not getting a microphone." And he goes, "Why? You have one." And I go, "I'm also an adult. And I realize that I'm doing this because it's fun. I'm not doing it for views. I'm not doing it for impressions. I'm not doing it for money." Yeah. Everything you've just described to me, the reason why because I asked him, like, "Why do you want to do that?" He goes, and I just explained that. I'm like, the reason, like, everything you just answered when I asked you that question, is the exact reason not to do it. Because if you go in with that mindset, you are going to have nothing but disappointment.
Yeah. Well, like, so my friend and her 7-year-old boy, he really wanted to make a YouTube channel, and they did. But it was really cute because the reason that he wanted to make the YouTube channel is because he wanted to share his books and his toys with everyone.
See,
and I was just like, oh my gosh, that's adorable.
Yeah, that's a great.
And I'm like, okay, that's just super cute.
Yeah, and I mean that's terrific.
Yeah,
that's why I started streaming, to share what I was doing with people.
Yeah. Also, apparently, my demographic is 25 to 34, male.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. No problem with that. I mean, that's right where you are. So
it's weird to have that be like. There is like not even a blip on anything else. Like, like 13 to 17, nope. 18 to 24, nope. 25 to 34, 100%. And I'm like, well, ain't that some shit? Well, that's at least for 2018. I mean, let me do a Lifetime. Take a look. Oh, Lifetime changed things up. 96% male demographic, 4% female. Go me. I really should cater to that 4% a lot more. I'm just saying. But 9.9% at 18 to 24, 65.4 at my demographic, and then 21.4 at 35 to 44. Here's the shocker. 3.3%. Now, what demographic do you think got 3.3%? Is it A, 45 to 54 years old, B, 55 to 64 years old, or C, 65 plus?
Just for shits, I'm going to say 65 plus.
Ray.
The next step down.
55 to 64?
Yeah.
Would you laugh if Balen was right?
No, I mean the only reason that I didn't say Balen's is because he already took that I didn't say 65 plus is because Balen already took it, and I was like, I mean, I want to go with that one too, but I figured that I should say something different.
65.
You don't have to, yeah.
3.3% of my Lifetime demographic on YouTube is 65 plus.
Nice.
Well, Methuselah's.
I don't fucking stand. Like, no. I don't. I don't understand. I don't see how that should be a thing. Oh God. Well, at the time of recording, happy Halloween.
Yep.
Balen. Ray, you still got an hour.
Happy Halloween.
I've still got an hour.
Yep. Greetings from the future.
From the future. Hand
time
movements.
zones. Oh, speaking of which, don't forget this Sunday. Fall back on.
Yes. Clocks go back an hour.
Yeah.
This Sunday, enjoy an extra hour of sleep.
Yes.
Yup.
God.
Let's face it, that's what we all care about.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly.
You know what that means for me? I have an extra hour to work. It is the only time of the year where I can work. I can do 25 hours a day.
What it means for me, honestly, is I get an extra hour of sleep before I do my shopping early Sunday morning. We leave the house before 6 a.m. to go out shopping.
Ugh.
Fair.
Oh, okay. So I heard something interesting on the radio. With the daylight savings, so on daylight savings there is do you know what two states? So there you can be in one state that is touching the Atlantic Ocean, and call someone in a state that is touching the Pacific Ocean, and for. Is it 2 hours or just 1 hour? It'll be the same time. Because of... Do you know what those two states are?
I need to look up a map, but I know...
No!
No, because
Go ahead.
No, because it'll just be a regular map without time zones.
Okay, that's fair.
I know one of them's Texas.
Nope.
Really?
I mean, really. Because also Texas doesn't touch either the Pacific or the Atlantic. It touches the Gulf of Mexico,
which is part of the Atlantic Ocean.
Nah, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Well, but that's not the correct answer. In any case.
Alaska?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Just thought I'd take a shot at that.
Because, I mean, you're only looking at, like, Washington, Oregon, and California that touch the Pacific. And then you're looking at Maine. Let me just make sure I have this right. Zoom in, fucker. Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida.
And Florida. Florida.
See, the thing is those are all in the same time zone. So those are all Eastern, and that would make this completely invalid. Because all the ones on the West Coast that touch the Pacific Ocean are 3 hours behind. So there will be an hour where East Coast could call Ray Coast, and it would be the same time for an hour.
Mm-hmm. But there is a state. There are two states.
The only ones I could even think of would be California and Florida.
Nope. Well, you got one of them.
I'm going to guess Florida because that was the one I was thinking first.
Yes.
I don't know what the other one is.
Sure as hell not Hawaii.
It is not Hawaii. No. You give up?
Yeah.
It's Washington.
How?
Because Seattle, Washington is technically in the Mountain Standard Time. is in the Mountain Standard Time Zone.
Now you make me look this up.
Yeah.
So, and then I believe
They are Pacific.
Yeah.
They are Pacific Daylight Time.
Yeah.
Well, then the radio lied to me.
The radio did
Yes.
lie to you.
Yes, the radio lied. I knew Seattle was wrong because there is no way Seattle is further east than California.
Here is the way these time zones work.
Yeah. Now you'll look, Seattle.
Well, then maybe it was
is-
Orlando. Because look, there's a part of Orlando there that's in the red. It's in the mountain. So maybe it was Orlando, not Washington.
Orlando.
You mean Oregon?
That's what I meant.
But even
I'm tired. I'm really tired. Oregon. I saw OR and my brain that green area of Florida. The green area, if you're in that part of
oh,
Yeah, the Panhandle.
that part of the Panhandle of Florida,
but
and
that part of Florida isn't touching the Pacific Ocean.
but
I mean,
no,
the
but the
Atlantic
state
Ocean.
is touching the state touches the Atlantic Ocean. It's not asking for the part of the state. It's asking for a state that touches the Atlantic Ocean and a state that touches the Pacific Ocean.
Okay, I can do you one better. Based on this map, New York, I can make a phone call from New York. Actually, you know what? I can make a phone call from where I'm at right now in South Carolina to Alaska. Alaska, which touches the Pacific Ocean, and it would be exact time when I call at what would be 2 a.m. normally, would be 1 a.m. with the new with daylight savings, would be 1 a.m. for them up in Alaska. Because that is also no wait that nope.
No, that's
no.
it's Alaska Standard Time, not
God
Central Standard
damn
Time.
it! Why are you just saying?
It is a 6 hour
Why would they make
difference
it the same
time.
color? Why would they make it the
Yeah, I
same
know.
color? That's so
Oh,
weird.
why is Hawaii the same color as mountain?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
And I love, by the way, Arizona's like, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
yeah. Arizona's like
We're Arizona time. Yeah, Arizona is Pacific half the year and Mountain half the year.
Most of it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because there's
Oh, yeah,
part of
both
it
do.
that just like they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, well,
We actually do kind of give a fuck. We're going to be the weird part of Arizona.
yeah,
I
and then
like how
but
there's a little dot in
little
the middle
cutout
of that,
there,
that
and
is
you're
like,
just like, yeah, we don't celebrate that shit either.
Yeah.
But no,
But no.
I mean,
it's so the state of Florida and the state of Oregon, not
Yeah.
Orlando.
No, not Orlando. Not Orlando at all. It's absolutely
So-
not Orlando for the,
'Cause
everyone.
when you said Orlando, when you said
Yeah,
Orlando's
Orlando,
in Florida. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
weird thing.
tired.
when
I'm really tired.
when you said Orlando, I was looking in Florida, like, where the fuck's the
I
red
know.
in Florida?
I know.
All over Florida. No. Red from sunburn.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
but no, I mean, just I don't know.
But yeah.
It's weird.
So yeah, Oregon and Florida.
So, if you people in Joseph, Oregon want to actually experiment with this, go ahead and call Pensacola, Florida.
There you go.
You're welcome.
And I think it's for 2 hours. Then.
No, it's for an hour.
Is it just
Yeah.
1 hour?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it was
Limited time offer.
It'll be the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was cool. I thought it was interesting.
It is an interesting bit of trivia, and I love trivia.
Yeah.
It's interesting trivia, but just I mean, it seems like kind of like I feel gypped because of the fact that like
And there's so many qualifiers.
yeah, because like as I said, like
Yeah.
the Gulf of Mexico is the name of that like area, but it's still connected to the Atlantic Ocean, which is still
Yeah.
the Atlantic Ocean. You see what I'm saying?
I guess, but I don't know. Like I think most people consider it a separate body of water.
But it's not.
It's not, but most people
It's part of the
consider
ocean.
it thusly.
I mean, if you look, there is a big wide area where they mingle.
Yes, I realize that, but still.
Yeah. Oh, well, the Gulf of Mexico is an ocean basin and a marginal sea of the Atlantic Ocean.
Boop.
I was not wrong by saying Texas.
Whatever.
Also, but at the same time, you're not wrong by saying Florida under that criteria. So
yeah,
it's a win-win.
Yeah. And I think they probably, if on the radio, they probably qualified it by like an East Coast state.
Yeah.
That touches the Atlantic Ocean or something. I can't remember all the ways that they.
That radio show needs to check their facts, though. They really do.
Yep. Like most radio shows, they basically went and they got all gimmicky and it backfired on them.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Shove that shit back in the bag. We'll try that shit again next year. You know it.
Yeah.
Oh, they absolutely will.
Honestly, it's probably been the same fact every year for the last
Here's something we discovered just a couple days ago.
No.
For 3 years running.
Yeah.
Fucking nope. Nope. But yeah, I mean, I'm so happy it's Halloween now.
I still have to wait 45 minutes.
Yep. Yes, you do. It's going to be the longest 45 minutes you've ever experienced.
And in 23 hours and 45 minutes...
Or I'll just go to sleep and it won't matter.
In 23 hours and 45 minutes, the countdown to the real holiday begins.
All Saints Day?
Thanksgiving.
Ugh.
Well,
I love Thanksgiving.
What about November 1st?
Nobody celebrates it.
I do.
National Half Off Candy Day.
No. All Saints Day. That's the day that all I play is Saints Row.
I mean, that's fair.
Let's face it, though. Nobody on the street could name that if you gave them November 1st.
Yeah, well, I mean, because they don't realize the importance of it.
I know, agree, but Thanksgiving still beats it. I'm sorry. Thanksgiving is fantastic. It's one of the very few holidays that actually has not been perverted by
That's
consumers.
Fair. That's very fair.
I mean,
it's still a day for getting together and feasting with your family.
And fighting with your family. Just like Christmas.
There are no songs that play continuously for Thanksgiving.
That is true.
And that's why it's the best holiday.
I mean, I will agree to that.
There are no Hallmark cards for Thanksgiving. There are some cards, but that's because people are idiots. But I mean, there are very few cards for Thanksgiving, and no mass marketed like Hallmark style cards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, or if there are, they haven't taken off. There are basically no no carols, like you said, which is fantastic. People don't generally put like turkeys out on the front porch that they got from Kmart or Sears or whatever else is going bankrupt.
Hey, Balen,
like I said, nothing mass marketed to the point where it's popular. I mean, seriously, when's the last time you got a Thanksgiving card?
Hallmark sells 153 different Thanksgiving cards.
Hallmark is trying to own every day of the year. I mean, let's face it. I would not be surprised if there was a July 23rd card. Because it's Hallmark. Hallmark ruined Valentine's Day. Them and De Beers joined up for that shit.
You said July 23rd?
Yeah.
What holiday is that?
It's just July 23rd. I would not be surprised if Hallmark's trying to mass market that. It's Hallmark. All they have is bits of cardboard they're trying to sell you.
Huh.
I mean, I think it's the day before a Wiccan holiday. July 24th is a Wiccan holiday, I think.
I'm saying, seriously, when's the last time anybody ever gave you or you gave anybody a Thanksgiving card? Wouldn't you look at someone weird if they did that? What, you do that? Seriously?
I've done it a couple times.
What? That. But the fact of the matter remains, it is not a
Unrelated
normal part-
note. Hey, Balen, what's your address?
So I'm looking at Hallmark right now, and they have Dia de los Muertos. They have one card for that. They have 159 for Halloween. 20 cards for November 7th, Diwali, which I'm not familiar with. 20 cards for Veterans Day. 153 cards for Thanksgiving. So they have just as many cards for Thanksgiving as they almost do for Halloween.
June 23rd is what?
110 Hanukkah cards. So Thanksgiving has more cards from Hallmark than Hanukkah does.
Oh, that's just sad.
Kwanzaa's got one card.
Wow. Come on, Hallmark, step up your game.
New Year's Day has 4 cards. Epiphany, which is January 6th, has 8 cards. Lunar New Year, which is February 5th, has 11 cards. Valentine's Day, 590.
Yeah.
St. Patty's has 26. Passover has 45. Easter has 167. Admin Professional Day has 25. Nurse Day has 15. Teacher Appreciation Day has 9. Mother's Day has 520. Armed Forces Day has 11. Eid al-Fitr, which is June 5th, has 10. Father's Day has 310. 4th of July has 3. Grandparents' Day has 38. Rosh Hashanah has 60. National Boss Day has 53. Sweetest Day, which is October 19th, has 75. I left Christmas off because they have 1,364 cards.
Yeah. Simonelli, yeah.
I know.
That's just no fair at that point.
How many for Columbus Day did you mention?
I didn't see any for Columbus Day.
Oh my God. They left a day out. Wow. I mean, it's a bullshit holiday, but I'm surprised they didn't try and merchandise it. But I mean, for the average person, in all honesty, Thanksgiving is you get together with your family, you overeat, and you watch something like a movie or a sports game together. That is Thanksgiving for the vast majority of people. And honestly, that's why I love it. It is the quietest, most unassuming holiday. Some people try to lump Black Friday in with part of Thanksgiving. It's not. It's the beginning of Christmas. It's not the end of Thanksgiving.
That's fair.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
It's just it has encroached to start devouring Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. But yeah, I mean, it's So
yes, the best holiday is about to begin.
With 153 cards from Hallmark.
That I have never even seen at any store I've ever been to.
You're not looking hard enough.
To be fair, I'm not looking at all. I don't.
Which is why you haven't seen them.
But I have been through the aisle at times for Mother's Day and shit, and other times as a year. I mean, hell, they keep the popcorn and candy in that aisle at the supermarket.
But wait, hold on a second.
But who's gonna have a Thanksgiving card at Mother's Day?
That's my point.
I'm saying though, I have been in the aisle, obviously, but the point is they keep other things in that aisle.
The completely wrong time of the year.
They keep other things in that aisle. As I said, the popcorn and candy. I'm all over the popcorn this time of year. I have never seen Thanksgiving cards. I'll look this year though because it's been brought to my attention.
Yeah, but you know what? Like the popcorn really doesn't matter too much. I know you enjoy it, but does your store, the store you go to, Gary Poppins?
To be fair, until very recently, I had not heard of it, and I certainly had not heard of it last Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Until they started advertising on podcasts like ours.
Yeah, fine podcasts like ours.
So that's what advertising on a podcast like this does for you. It gets your name out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. How is that, Gary Poppins?
It was really good.
Yeah.
It is actually. So I got the pumpkin spice kettle.
Of course
popcorn.
you did.
Yeah.
Well, duh. I actually usually really don't like kettle corn because it's too sweet. But it was either this or the pumpkin spice caramel corn.
Which I think would probably be a little bit more pleasing for my palate.
Given that the caramel might drown out the pumpkin spice.
Nothing drowns out the pumpkin spice.
I know, right? We try every year. We've yet to find anything.
It's immune to caramel. What are we going to do? Cover it in chocolate. All right, good idea. It's immune to the chocolate, too. What are we going to do?
So here's the hilarious thing that you say that. The funny thing that you say that is I have pumpkin spice hot chocolate mix.
Yeah, and does the pumpkin spice flavor come through?
Oh, absolutely. It is
Of course
so
it
good.
does.
Anyway.
And nutmeg.
But yeah, no, it's really good. It's still a little bit sweeter than I really would normally like, but so I don't end up eating like too much of it. So
I
really,
thought you
really,
drink
really
hot
good.
cocoa, not eat it.
No, I'm talking about the popcorn again.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Because you jumped right from hot cocoa to popcorn.
I know.
And
I know, right?
And I got confused.
It's 11:25 and I'm really tired.
Fair. I think that's a good time to wrap up then. Because we haven't done a long episode in a while.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, last week's episode was non-existent. So.
Yep.
True.
But to be fair, if you average out last week and this week, we still have an hour and a half to go.
No. I can't do that.
I mean, arguably a half hour.
To be fair, Ray, you could nap and we'd never know.
Yeah.
Wait, are you saying that I don't contribute to this podcast enough?
No. We're not saying that. We're saying that with the mask, we
couldn't
wouldn't be
see-
able to
yeah.
tell if you were sleeping or not.
Yeah.
Until Ray does the cup thing and
Yeah.
seals it around their face.
I did
And
it
the
earlier
weirdest
and nobody
thing I've
said
done-
anything.
I didn't see it, I'll be honest with you. And it doesn't have the same effect with the mask.
Fucking weird.
I know, right? Who does that?
Right?
I mean, other than Ray.
Storms?
Storms.
I still think he was making that up just so that we be not thinking it's weird.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
To protect you.
Yeah.
No. I think that he would take. Yeah, I think he would be fine with having another thing to make fun of me for.
No, it might be one of those situations where he has enough. So it's just like, I'll give Ray this one.
Yeah.
I'll take one for the team.
That's too
Okay.
weird for me even to make fun of.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's been times where I have enough on somebody to make jokes about them with that I
Yeah.
will
Mhm.
that I will just kind of like go, well, the cup thing's weird, but
Yeah.
let me just kind of bite the bullet on this one.
No,
And
you mean
'cause-
bite the lemon.
fair. I'll have to salt it first. So yeah, I mean,
I've got another half here if you want to try.
I would just eat that shit raw. No salt or anything. Just nom 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 lemon.
I mean, I would
The
have
salt
it raw,
enhances
but
the flavor.
I would have it raw, but I dilute it with sugar and a lot of water first.
Lemonade, yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, like we can give people shit like all the time about stuff. I mean, shit. It's been what 3 years? We're still giving Build shit. So
Yeah.
people still give me shit about stuff. People I've known all my life.
Yeah. That's the job of friends.
Yeah, it is.
You know you're really friends with someone when they feel safe enough around you to make fun of you.
Yeah.
But not do it in a mean way.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's the secret.
Yeah, in a total jokey way, it's perfect.
Yeah.
So.
because that's basically opening up their shields to you and you opening your shields to them, and that's how you get in.
Yep.
I mean, everybody knows that's what you do with family, for example. I mean, god damn. No one has a family where they've never made fun of a family member.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Unless it's an incredibly dysfunctional family, and that just brings you back around to who you feel safe with.
Well, okay, no.
Right.
In an extremely dysfunctional family, people are making fun of each other, but they're not doing it in a good-spirited way.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Again, it's back to the whole who you feel safe with.
Yeah. I almost knocked something down, and I just quickly saved it. It was... I had like Hellcat reflexes there. Oh, speaking of which, Ray, do you ever get a chance to watch Daredevil?
Or you waiting to calm down until the next one comes out?
Ray will get to it once Luke Cage season 3. Oh.
Oh.
You mean Iron Fist? Oh.
I'll get to it when Archon's tower gets.
Oh.
Once Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh.
20. They have. They right now it's pushed back to 2022.
Last I saw was on hold.
Yeah. Michael Rooker did an interview at a panel, and basically said right now that it's sitting at a 2022 release.
Okay, so before Archon's Tower, got it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Ray will watch Daredevil before after my tabletop game gets I took a shot at myself there, Ray.
Yeah.
That was for you.
Yeah.
Because I'm a good friend and I enjoy self-deprecating humor.
Aw.
But yeah, I mean, like you really have to find the time to sit there and watch. Because it is good. It is really good.
It is absolutely.
Yeah. Well, and
It is
I mean,
better than each of the previous two seasons.
Yeah.
after this week, I don't have a whole lot of job to keep distracted.
There you go. Upside achieved.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's options. I mean, and Balen, you got all the way through the season, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Because I remember last time we talked, like you were halfway through.
I mean, I sent to Spoiler Zone an indication.
Oh yeah, that's right. But I'm talking about like actual voice. Like
No, we have not spoken about
we have not spoken of it.
It was amazing though. Yes.
Oh God, yes. Especially that reveal. I posted the name in the spoiler zone. Yep. That's a pretty big one. That is a pretty big one to throw in there. But we'll eventually talk Daredevil.
Yeah.
And Iron Fist and the Cage.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah.
As bittersweet as that is now.
Yeah, I mean, considering Iron Fist Season 2 was actually good. Like,
I liked Season 1.
Season 1 was way too slow for me. Season 1 was way too slow for me, but we can save that whole discussion for another day. We can save that whole discussion for another day. So is there anything anybody wants to add before we kind of wrap things up here? Pod errors.
Happy Halloween.
Yep. Yeah, happy Halloween.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not time for you yet. You don't get to say that. That's ours right now.
But to everyone listening, because by the time that they listen, it'll be
All Hallows Eve.
Happy Halloween. Yeah. Happy Halloween. Look forward to, don't forget to set your clocks back and have fun looking forward to Thanksgiving, the best holiday of the year.
Don't forget to send those cards.
And be weird because nobody does that.
What's your P.O. box, Balen? Get a P.O. box. Everyone send Balen a Thanksgiving card.
Oh, that'd be terrific. That would be utterly
wonderful.
terrific.
That would be fantabulous.
You know what?
If we ever make it big, I'm getting one.
I'm just curious as to how much a PO box would run me now, because I might do that. I'm honestly curious. I might call your bluff.
While Balen figures that out, I'd like to thank you guys for listening. You guys have been amazing as always. Thank you very much for the support. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/PrecipicePodcast, twitter.com/PrecipicePodNet, patreon.com/PrecipicePodcast, twitch.tv/PrecipicePodcast, and of course there's the YouTube page, which just search Precipice Podcast Network, I guess, because it's a string of numbers.
We'll get there eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, yeah, so there's that. There's also, trying to think. There's the shirts. You could buy the shirts at tpublic.com/users/theprecipice. You can get fine Pod Errors merch. You can get fine Precipice Podcast Network merch. You can get DorkyRae merch. You can get one of two Thrabalen Gaming designs, which is the standard Thrabalen Gaming DC-inspired crest, as well as the gazillioned variant, because that is indeed a thing. I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Patreon.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Patreon.
I thought I did Patreon. Patreon.com/PrecipicePodNet.
Oh, maybe.
Patreon.com/PrecipicePodcast. You can support us on Patreon if you guys are wanting to do so. We got some awesome tiers there to give back to you guys. Of course, there's our sponsors. You can check those out in the show notes. And I don't really promote this one, but there's the blog, which is podderrors.blogspot.com. That is the home of the show notes, which are, if you're listening to this on any of the audio platforms, Radio Public, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, or Google Play, that's where it's pulling that from. The YouTube video has it right there in the description. Same thing with Twitch. So, but you can visit there. You can leave a comment there. You can leave a comment on iTunes as well. So there is that, and that is always great to get the feedback from you guys. What do you want us to do next? What do you want us to talk about? All that kind of stuff. You can leave that in the YouTube comments. You can leave it on the Twitch live stream thing or anything like that. I get to see all that, and then I share it with them. Until next time, guys.
Got a Twitter.
Huh? Oh, and then the Twitter.
Tweet at us. We've got a Twitter.
Yeah, tweet at us with hashtag PODERRORS. PODDERRORS. There are so many R's in that goddamn name. PODDERRORS.
R.
R. Yeah. It's like I've just left my hand on the keyboard at that point.
Or became Mork from Mork and Mindy.
Yeah. Fair.
R.
God damn it. But anyway, we will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you then. Good day, good night, and happy Halloween.
Later, folks.